This match is now officially a Judy Bagwell on a forklift match.
Broken, thankless, push you down, open.
Hello, and welcome to the Island of Irrelevancy. Next to me is my co-host, PK Clinton Davis. I am the Hoochie Daddy, Ethan James. More importantly, right beneath us, but never below us. Below us, but never beneath us, we have Tango Jones. Tango, welcome to the show.
What's happening?
This has been
Hi,
a
buddy.
long time in the making.
Yeah, lining up schedules and waiting for you guys to run out of important guests. I finally got my spot.
I say that we saved not for the last, but we have saved one of the best for now. I had to wait until our audience was big enough to really capture the magnitude of this moment.
I wanted to have someone on here to celebrate the fact that we hit 1,000.
Yeah,
And I can't think of anyone better than the guy who helped us get there, Mr. Tango Jones. Thank you. Thank you. Stayed up effortlessly into the night, sharing our shit around, just being like, please subscribe to these guys so I can go to bed. They have a women's wrestling week next week. It's going to be dope. Just subscribe. And thank you. Thank you very much. A big supporter of us since we started getting involved in Michigan independent wrestling.
Nope, I enjoy you guys very much. It's awesome to be on here. I tune in almost every chance I get, so
we always appreciate it. We always see you in the chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm always trying to chime in about something. So,
and speaking of tuning in, somebody better tune into this chat. I better see G Money in here. I don't know when he's going to be in here, but I better see him in here. So he was talking, and he's like, we got to see what's going to happen. No, we're going to cover a multitude of things. Wrestling is just one of them. Shorzy, the new season coming out.
Wrestling?
We're going to talk about Shorzy. That's, of course, a big thing. All three of us are fans of that.
Are we Cobra Kai fans?
Of course.
Season 6, the trailer dropped.
I don't know if I'm behind a season or not yet, so it's kind of...
It just announced that the final season is going to be 3 parts spanned across, like it's going to take a year for the final season to come out in full.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So you got time to catch up on the best TV show on Netflix.
I think I'm caught up.
I'm not going to spoil anything if you haven't. It's a great show. It's like Barry. They're the same show.
Yo,
we know a lot about you, and I'm assuming the people that are tuning in happen to know what Tango is all about. Well traveled. We know you haven't really been reffing that long. We know you consider yourself still new to the market, but you get around in a good way.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way. And you're very well respected within some of these markets, including very close to your home with IWR. You are now part of a team down there.
Yeah, I've been brought in to help there with some setup stuff and ref for the first time at the last show, and that's been a real cool opportunity working for Rhino and Gary down there. I can't say enough good things about Rhino. I know we can probably go into more detail about it later, but I mean, I could just go off right now. That dude is a teacher.
No, please go off right now. We figure we'll do all the really good stuff right now before it gets derailed and we start talking about dating shows.
I love jumping around too. Anyway, no, but that's been a really cool opportunity. That's been a goal of mine for over a year now. Was getting on that show. I've been helping out every chance I could, doing security, setup, things like that. And over time, they gave me more and more responsibilities, and then finally said, "Hey, we can use you for some stuff." And so right now they got me helping out with the setup, helping out gather the volunteers for flyering and getting guys ready for ring crew, things like that. Like even today, just like washing the shirts for the staff and security and all that other stuff, just the little things. But yeah, Rhino is he's a teacher. He's a details guy. If G Money were on right now, he would tell you right now, I'm the details guy for the two of us. You need to have both of us on at the same time someday. Like later on, when you get to 2,000 followers, we'll do that.
That'll be quicker than 1,000. I assure you that at this point. Well, we don't know. We are irrelevant.
Anyway,
Trying to drink. Don't do that to me.
Anyway, I got no comment about irrelevancy, but I just finally got Ethan's intro joke now.
Yeah.
A little slow sometimes.
The thing about that is he told me about that 2 days ago, and I completely
He's been waiting
forgot
for
about it.
You've been sitting on that one?
Yeah, I've been sitting on that one. But I guess that really brings in. So you're talking about washing the shirts for security and everything. It really
He's
goes
watching
to
the staff.
I paid the staff.
Washing the staff. Yeah.
Milk,
it
buttermilk
goes to
pads and sponge baths and things like that. Yeah, it
just goes to show how much goes into one of these shows, especially something that is such like an established production. Now, IWR kind of has a little bit of a benefit of like they don't really bounce buildings, other than they are starting to move out, and they're going into Ohio now.
Yeah, I picked up a venue at the fairgrounds down in near
Oak
Port
Harbor,
City.
I think it is.
Oak Harbor, Ohio. Really nice newer building there. We did one show about 3 months ago. We're getting ready to do our second show next Wednesday.
So speaking of that Wednesday show, I have all of the flyers here.
Okay.
And we can just run through them real quick. Nice thing is they're color coded, so I know which ones are Wednesday and which ones are Thursday next week.
Blue and red.
Yep, absolutely fantastic.
Ron
so just
SmackDown.
Quick, we'll just talk about PCO for anybody who's fans of like old WC or WWE, or has really been a fan of his career resurgence. The French Canadian Frankenstein PCO is taking on Papa Dingo with Sarah Bear in his corner.
One note about that one is I don't know if you've seen online, but they are allowing fans to bring their own weapons for that match.
Within reason.
Yep.
Within reason. So they're going to check at the door, but that's always something fun to do for some of the folks. So
I just remembered I took a toaster for Adam to hit somebody with one time. That was the Grizzly show. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, save that for the special.
We'll save that for now. Here is speaking of this, we're talking about this show is called Monsters Brawl. This really is a Monsters Brawl. Jake and Jason are both on. Is Jake still on television currently with TNA? I believe so.
Yeah, he is. He just wrestled at the last paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I believe he is, but these two are young guys tearing it up. I can't imagine that match does not bring the house down.
No, I love Jason Hodge. Jason Hodge is one of my favorite wrestlers going around the Michigan scene today. There's a reason he's main eventing almost every event I see him at, until Max takes the title off of him on May 18th, because that's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Max is propagandizing hard for that right now.
Manifesting.
Then we have two, once again, obviously all of these guys are local, but these are also very well-known people. Karam, with Johnny Bravo in his corner of Team Canada, or the A Forces, the A Forces, is taking on Dread King Logan down at IWR in Port Clinton, Ohio, or Oak Harbor,
Dread King's different this time around. He's very different.
He's been gone for a while. He left IWR a few months ago and just came back at the last show to save Rhino. I don't know if you saw the giant beast Paxton, if you saw any of the IWR highlights from
took him straight over the top rope. Yeah, saw that.
Yeah. So this is his first match back, and it's against Karam, one of my favorite guys in all of wrestling. Absolutely love that dude. And then
speaking of like Karam and him being a monster, let me just speak on this, is that we uploaded a video one time. It was of Karam taking AVZ from corner to corner and just doing the overhead, the last call. And he did that 3 times. Someone was like, why am I supposed to be impressed with this? I was like, I don't think you understand how big AVZ is. That dude's like 240. Like, that is impressive as shit. He's whipping him around like he is nothing.
And
That dude
Carl
is
always does it with
solid.
a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Guy is easily one of the most charismatic people. And it's funny too, because you see him and he's such a large and imposing person, but he's so charismatic. He's one of those guys that, like, anytime you talk to him, I've seen him interact with fans, and it's always a smile on his face, always a handshake, always the most. He reminds me a lot of Jeff Goldblum. I know that's weird, but like, he's always, whoever's in front of him is the most important person in that moment. And
Yeah,
that's something that I've always noticed about Karam.
Yeah. No, real good dude.
We'll run through the rest of these real quick. We have a VIP triple threat match between Shelly Benson, Ashley I'm not even going to pronounce it.
Gambois.
Okay, I knew it was French. And Kayla Cassidy.
Yep.
This is taking place down there. Triple threat match. You guys can check that out. Madman Fulton will be in action, who we are all very familiar with. One Madman Fulton
wrestle with a fresh tattoo.
We had to pull him out of a bar stool.
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that part. We did.
He got stuck in a bar stool because he did a tope, I think it was.
Yeah, to the bar area.
Yeah, it was.
His feet almost clipped the bar. Go ahead.
Speaking of Rhino is taking on Thomas Latimer, King Latimer, if I'm correct.
King Latimer.
For the IWR championship in a steel cage match at this event. So I can only imagine what kind of insanity that's going to ensue.
The first steel cage match in IWR.
And I believe Rhino's the champion right now, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He took the belt off Thomas, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely, obviously, it's a rematch. That's going to be exciting. And then I believe this is the last poster that I have for anything other than Zoe Sky will be in action.
Yeah, Zoe Sky will be there, yeah.
We have the Rascals and the Dub Club in a Texas Tornado match. If you guys have never seen Trey Miguel wrestle or Myron Reed, figure it out. Go watch them somewhere because they're excellent. This is just going to be limbs and bodies flying everywhere.
Listen, I'm just pissed off because I post every time on IWR's page, what match do you want to see? I want to see KJ and TJ. Like, that's what I want. TJ, I might be dumb. Bring that one back up, Ethan.
KJ and Trey?
KJ and Trey, thank you. KJ and Trey. That's the match I want to see. That's the match. Okay, that'll be the flippy-doo, tope, suicida, fucking super kicks, spectacular bonanza to end all bonanzas, okay? Give me what I want. Please deliver that message. Please deliver that message, Tango.
You're not going to have... Or you're not going to have a, like, a Dave Bautista moment where you're spitting on the camera?
No, because I don't have.
Give me what I want.
I don't have a way for me to clean off my camera. I don't want to sit here with spit on my.
Yeah. Mr. Bailey's in the chat. Prudence is in the chat. Everybody loves Tango, and so that's what we want to talk about.
I'm not used to not seeing the chat. Tango. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm not used to not seeing the chat. That's kind of weird for me.
Yeah, I think you can. I don't know if you can see it on the side.
Only the host on StreamYard can see the comments.
Oh, okay. Well, then the question is, what does Tango love? Because everybody loves Tango, but what does Tango love?
Tango loves his family. Tango loves wrestling. Tango loves animals. And Tango loves steak.
Favorite animal?
Dog.
Favorite animal?
Dog or a chimpanzee.
Do you have your dog with you?
No, my dogs are all upstairs. You might hear them at they're like literally like right above me right now. So if anything startles them outside or anybody goes walking down the sidewalk too loud, then you'll hear them probably. But yeah. But I've got 4 dogs here. I got 2 poodles, some kind of pincher mix mutt, and then another Chihuahua pincher mutt mix that she's the littlest one, but she's kind of like the boss of the whole group. So
we love all the animals. So everybody's animals usually make some kind of appearance on here.
Yeah, no, they don't. My basement is my clean space. This is my little cave down here. So
animal free zone.
Animal free zone. Yes.
We just interviewed Schwartzy this past week, and his dog was more of the star than he was for the interview.
Yeah. Booker was a hit with everybody.
Yes.
Donald, I think I can answer this. I believe that's a Saturday night's main event, if I had to guess by the rope colors.
Yeah, it's on a Saturday night main event loop. It's just going in the background.
I can tell that there's Steamboat and Junkyard Dog in this match.
Yeah, I think they're probably I'm probably like right around 1986 right now.
So
that looks about like.
So what would you say is your favorite like time period in wrestling? Like the stuff that like you go back and watch the most?
Probably late 80s, mid to late 80s. I really only watched WWF around like the first, couple WrestleManias and stuff. But I was really, when I was a kid, I was really into Mid-South wrestling.
Okay.
They used to show it on syndication on some Kalamazoo station or something that we could only pick up on one of the TVs in the house. They had a good enough antenna to get it. It's like on channel 31 or some random shit like that. And just remember the one TV in the house was in my mom and dad's room. So I'd sit on the floor and my dad would be sitting on the bed and watching Mid-South wrestling. And that was the days, like that was Jake the Snake Roberts in the orange pants and Butch Reed, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Terry Taylor, Big Bubba, One Man Gang, like all these guys that all went to WWF and like started out the 90s as all their superstars when they were like getting their start. Ted DiBiase, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, like Mid-South is my favorite period, like that mid to late 80s. Then they changed to what UWF or whatever it was when they tried to expand a little bit and then finally got taken out by the WWF machine.
Was that Herb Abrams, the UWF deal? Or was that, am I thinking of something else?
I thought it was Watts, but
no. Well, you said something about orange pants. I have a question about pants for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't expect this. What's going on here?
Well, I was trying out some new laces in my boots. I rough in boots. I don't know if you knew that or not. I usually rough in my short boots, so I hadn't had my tall boots on in a while. Thought I'd try them on. Had some new laces. The very little bit I did wrestle, I wrestled in the tall boots and camouflage pants, but I was just trying a different color scheme out, see if it looked good for going on a walk or something. Nothing really big coming up or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing that I might need it for May 10th in Waterford or anything like that. But no, just took a picture of my boots one day. That's all. Nothing.
No, okay. Yeah. Well, so I know that you also have reffed not in a certain pair of shoes.
Oh,
my very special moment.
Yeah, one match in my I'm a sneaker freak, sneakerhead. I have a lot of different pairs of Jordans. Jordan 4s being my favorite version of those. I have a pair of Black Cat Jordan 4s, which if you don't know, they're just completely black, like just sole, everything, 100% black. And I would ref the match between Hammerstone and Chris Masters, who are both also shoe guys, especially Masters. He's a major sneaker freak. And I said if I ever got to ref Chris Masters match, I would ref the match in my. I didn't pay $900 for him, but if you wanted to buy him like on StockX right now, you'd pay almost $1,000 for him. I got him for retail. I got lucky, but yeah, anybody who's like a true shoe guy who like takes care of him would have just cringed seeing me crease the hell out of my toes getting down. There you go. Oh, but I can't see the shoes, but that's the match.
No, but you can see that cake though.
You got that front cake going on right there. But yeah, I wrestled I reffed in the shoes that one match and then put my boots back on, and that was it. And
So I do have a question about
Yeah.
reffing in a situation like that, where you have guys like Hammerstone and like Masters in it. And it's not to disparage anybody local, because I'm sure that you have favorites on this. Is there a greater pressure to it? Do you prepare to ref that event the same way? Or do you go in knowing like, hey, these guys are pros, and I need to know this information, and this one, and then we're good?
I need to know very little with those guys. They might tell me the finish. Usually, if there's not going to be any kind of shenanigans I need to know about or anything like that, they'll fill me in on that. Um, Only types of things they might say, hey, we're going to take it outside for a while. Don't count us out. If things like that. It's really pretty easy. And even when I've had a match with a couple of bigger names that totally like probably cut 3 minutes off the match and just ended it like go home now type of thing, because the crowd was there and they weren't going to get the crowd any better than that, and I was able to just roll with it. Like, just the communication's a lot better. It's easier. Those guys are so good that they can probably take just about anybody and get in there and rough with them and make them look good. So yeah, it's there's definitely a difference in some of the guys. I mean, there's a lot of good guys around here. And I don't mean there's that big of a night and day difference between that, but like I'm saying like school shows and stuff like that, there's a huge difference where it's that whole difference between like working and
Right.
spots on a match type of thing.
So it's one of those things where it's like these guys have TV experience. They've got big time, big arena experience, and you grow in that setting. You level up knowing how things work on a bigger scale than you do maybe on a smaller scale. And it's not, like I said, to disparage anybody.
No, not at all. Like the difference, like, is the conversation in the back before they go out there. I'm peeling back the curtain a little bit, but like, you get some of the newer guys that are working out spot after spot after spot, and then you hear these other guys calling it before theirs, like, we'll do this, see what the crowd does. If we get this, we'll go here. If it's all based on the crowd and the reactions from the crowd, and then they just they hit like maybe one or two key spots they want to hit during the match. They'll ask me to give them time cues. They'll know when to go on to the next thing, but it's just, it's on the fly and going, just feeling the crowd. And it's an art. It truly is, so it's really cool to be in there with those guys.
No, and I've seen very few referees try to get interactive with the crowd like you do. And I do think that, like, watching old wrestlers, like, and even going back and watching matches, like, you know how to interact with the wrestlers better than most referees that I've seen.
Yeah. I try to interact with them based on how I would interact with that character. Like, if it's some chicken shit heel or something like that, where, I'm not totally dumb. I know you're trying to get away with stuff behind my back, so I'm going to kind of give you grief about it. But I'm still going to get upset because you're so good that you're getting away with it. Or if it's somebody like Soul Taker, who he's intimidating, and I'm not going to like boss him around and push him around. I'm going to respond to his body language and react to that. It's just about reacting to that person's character, and and doing it subtly. So the way, because I don't try to draw attention to myself. I just try to react naturally, if that makes any sense. I don't want to be part of something or make myself a part of something unless it's very specifically asked. I just want to blend in, enhance the match in any way I can, and not draw attention to myself. But I want to sell, add to that suspension of belief and and react how I would react as maybe like not really like a fan, but just natural, how I would naturally react to what's going on in the situation. It's just kind of what
you add a level of realism to it, because there ends up being this thing where you see on television a lot, and somebody does an action and you go, how do you not see that? And as a kid, it was great to go, like, you're yelling at them and you want them to turn around. Effect.
Yeah.
To where
you say you were going to shut up in the private chat for a second? I had something queued up for him.
That's okay. Give me just a second. But the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse effect is where you're like, it's right there, it's right on screen, and then you get frustrated as somebody watching it. When you do that, or when you're in the ring, it's like, I notice. Listen, you're a little more observant than some other referees. That's all I'm saying. Clinton, sorry.
You literally put in the private chat, Clint, jump in. I'ma shut up. And I literally go to say to you, and he talks for another 47 minutes.
I'm sorry.
What I had queued up is because there's a photo that has made the rounds. It was back in November. And honestly, you and Ray are the stars of the show because it's the infamous eye roll.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's, like, with those two specifically, I feel they love it when you ref their match because they know that no matter how the match is going to go, the interaction with Tango will at least be hysterical.
That comes directly with or from the experience of having 4 daughters. 100%. Like, just, it's the whole, you know what you did wrong, go to your room, you're grounded, get out of here, I don't want to see you. And they both play off it so well. Like, just, and the eye roll thing with Ray is just a thing now, right? Where I don't want to give too much magic away, but it's almost like a called spot now, right? It's like, it's kind of like,
I've told her you two need to collaborate on a t-shirt where it's just her eye roll and it's your finger pointing. It's just literally your finger pointing at her eye roll.
That's not to say, though, we know Heather had, we all three of us know the look that Heather had on her face at that time too.
Yeah.
It was that.
Oh no. I just finished editing the Randy West Heather Blue match, and I don't know if Tango realizes how much interaction, but it's just literally Randy going like fucking 3 Tango, and every time Randy would kick out, fucking Heather would just be talking shit to Tango. It's like sometimes, like, I'm never taking anything away from the athletes that are in the rings, but sometimes, Tango, you could be the star of the show. And it feels like that.
I don't try to be, though.
You don't have to, but it's just like these. I want to pick my words here carefully. Like, the green kids got to look forward to, like, having you ref their match because they know that even if it goes a little sloppy, that they're more confident in the ring with you there than they would be most referees, I would say. Yeah.
And I get that feeling too. And I'll talk to the guys in there sometimes, and girls, like, just little things like slow down and just work the crowd. I don't call spots or anything for them. I just kind of, all I do is try to give them an outside set of eyes because they're so into themselves that I just let them relay what everybody else. I just relay what everybody else is seeing, and if they're working too fast, like like the conversation we had earlier about I know their whole match because they talked about it 15 times in the back before they go out there. So I have a good idea of what's coming up, and if they're missing something, repeating something, I know where they're at, and I know if they're going like 5 or 6 minutes, and we're 90 seconds in, and they're like, in their mind, they're like 4 minutes through it already. I know when that's happening too, and I'm just like, slow down, grab a hold, work more heat, just little things. And I'm no expert on it, but I know enough to help out and keep going. I think that some of them like maybe look forward to that. I don't know, you'd have to ask them, but yeah.
Well, comment right
thanks.
there.
Yeah. I love wrestling Tom's match. I've got to do some of his, some of his big firsts that he's had, and that's been really cool. My first interaction with Tom was he was giving me time cues when I was reffing at Northwest one night. Like that was my first interaction before he even got in a ring there, and yeah, I think I love working with him. He's just I don't have to worry about him anymore. That kid is just like really taken off, and he gets it. So it's like a whole new fun thing for me doing his matches and stuff. So yeah, I love doing his matches too.
Genuinely, I did not know he was going for a year when they told me. I thought that kid had been on the circuit since he was like 16, and he is turning 20 this year. So I was just like, this kid's been going for a while, and I was blown away. Especially like my first experience with the Mercenary was the Aaron O'Ryan match at Chaos. Because up until then, I only knew TP Tom.
Okay, yeah. No, that was his That was his breakthrough match. I think a lot of stuff clicked for him. I don't know for sure, but this is just my observation. I think a lot of stuff like clicked for him that day with being in the ring with Aaron, and I hear that a lot, and then just reffing matches with Aaron. I've heard that from other people that have wrestled him too, Ray included. That
if you go back and listen on last Thursday, she talks about her match with Aaron at Mr. Chainsaw, and it's the same.
We're gonna have to get him on the show eventually.
Yeah, another awesome dude, another great dude.
So, Tango, you are the king of living a certain. To me, I know that like "trust me" was your catchphrase. I think you are the living epitome. What's up, Tommy? Of take the picture.
Yeah.
You do such a great job making everybody in that building feel like the most important person. And it's because they're getting a picture with you. It doesn't matter if it's crew, helping hands, somebody's just setting chairs up or ushering something. You have just quite the menagerie of photos, sir.
There's a very, very personal reason behind that. Some people know, some people don't know. But back in January 2018, my oldest daughter, Haley, she was 20 years old at the time. She was hit by a car, rescuing her dogs. She got home late she was living down in Florida. She got home late from work one night. She was a waitress at a restaurant and opened the front door. Her dogs got out. She lived on kind of a busy road, and she was out there getting her dogs out of the road, and somebody was coming down the street and didn't see her, and she got hit by a car. And I got that phone call early that morning, that she wasn't doing well, and she fought for, I'll say that was on the 18th, and she passed away on January 18th, and she passed away on the 22nd of January. So she was kind of on life support and stuff for 4 days. But I don't want to get too dark. But it took that to I guess after that moment, I realized all I have now is pictures. So
it's all right, man. Take your time.
No, you're good. You have all the memories and stuff, but the pictures are really where it's at and to show everybody. So now, that's why my thing is like take the picture. I love the fact that it's weird because I did so much cool shit like right before digital cameras came out. Like I was in the Navy from 94 to 2005. I was 11 years in the Navy. And like I traveled over half the world, and love you too, hon. Now that I know she's watching, now I'm gonna get more emotional, but I traveled half the world, and I got one friend who's still a really dear friend of mine. His name's Al, who when digital cameras first came out, he dropped all his money. He's still a photographer to this day. Very, very good photographer. But so he's probably got some pictures of me that I might not want out there, but like I got to do all this cool stuff when it was just like, disposable cameras, 35 millimeter. And unfortunately I was in a situation where my past relationship I lost a lot of that stuff. I lost a lot of, and the fact I lost a lot of stuff in a hurricane down in Virginia. So it was all physical pictures. I lost a lot of the stuff that from the time I was about 19 years old till I moved back up here to Michigan when I was about 26, 27 years old. I lost that whole time frame of stuff. So yeah, I like recording stuff, getting the pictures. I like taking pictures of people. My wife's gotten into the photography too. She started out just taking pictures at ringside on her cell phone, and people were like, "Oh, these are great. These are great." And then it was at PPW. I don't know if you guys know Dylan Knight up there at PPW. Offered, he's like, "You did a good job with these pictures. You want to, use a camera?" And he was going to offer to have her use one of his good cameras and stuff, but she ended up borrowing a camera from this photographer friend that I was talking about from the Navy, and she's been using that at ringside stuff too. And I post a lot of her pictures online, and it's pretty cool to see some of the guys and girls use her pictures too. So pictures are a big thing in the family, just because, you never know when that's all you got left. So I know there's a really long explanation of that, but
well, we see them behind the wall on you too. And,
oh yeah,
and in my opinion, if you put something on a wall, it's special to you, because I don't want to patch that drywall.
Yeah. Well, I got this is one of those, we bought this house 5 years ago and this basement was done like this. And it's one of those kit rooms. It's almost like a spongy wall. And I just put T-pins in there. So there's not really tore up, but yeah, I got a lot of special pictures, like this wall behind me. That top middle one's me and Earl Hebner. I know you probably can't see it, but
oh, I know that photo though.
Yeah. And then I got a picture. The bottom one over here is me in a match, healing with the crowd, looking out in the crowd. And then my daughter's reffing the match, and she's behind me just with this proud grin on her. And that's an important picture to me. And then the time where Jay and Tony tried to light me on fire at Renegades, FU. I got that picture up there. And then,
so we both almost died at Renegades.
Yes. I almost died at Renegades back when that place was, I can't remember what it was called.
Rock
Stars. Yeah, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
That was back in my drinking and singing to karaoke badly days. But yeah, I almost died there. It had nothing to do with wrestling.
I'm not going to name names, but I just had someone I know look at me and go "Yo, have you tried this new place out called The Avenue?" And I just went, "Bro, I was blackout drunk in that bitch when you were studying for fucking 8th grade math. That place is not new. They have gone through 14 renovations in my lifetime."
Speaking of referees popping in, referee Bobby from MPW, see him all the time.
Bobby can sing, right? Did you guys know that?
No.
Yeah, he sang the national anthem at the was it the Lugnuts game or the Whitecaps game? It was one of the minor league games or baseball games. Sang national anthem before the game.
Sang Sweet Caroline?
The national anthem, not the.
No, that's the national anthem at baseball games. You didn't know?
That's the Ohio State.
I haven't been in a while then.
No, the national anthem for the U.S. is Goldfinger's Superman. We've had a vote. That is the national anthem.
we as in Clinton has a vote. He has changed it up. It is now that.
So, you're the train's going down, and I can feel the wheels start to come off. We're going around the curve, and the wheels are we're right about here.
I do want to say thank you to Miss Tango, because she, when she does take the pictures, and this is, we have a lot of great photography people in this business between Gil and Ron Cooper over at Moments, and
Dan over at Hoot Force.
Yep, Dan at Hoots Force. I don't remember what Ron and his family's company is called.
Well, Mackenzie takes a lot of the pictures. They're life and contrast media.
Life and contrast, yes.
Ron does a lot of the most of the time. Ron does the video and she does the still shots. And Mackenzie is absolutely amazing, and especially at the editing and everything too. They're both very talented.
Kim is fantastic too.
That was one of the best. It was the Lugnuts. There's Bobby. Yeah. I saw the video, and good job, Bobby. That was awesome. But that was one of the best parts of being at PPW was the pictures and stuff you got there, top level professional stuff. That was all part of the package.
Yeah, Leonard's
Leonard
another one.
Brand's another one. I haven't worked with him too much. I finally did a IPW show last week, so I got to see Leonard up there.
John McEvers is another one. There's so many good ones in this.
John.
And the only reason that I bring this up, though, is something that Miss Tango has that she does is the shots from the crowd are so different than when you're right next to the ring or you're set up in an area for a promo shot. There's something that feels like you're really being put into the action as if you were in the crowd sitting there, not necessarily placed in a spot that's like the best place to get the picture, but she seems to do the best for the pictures, or she seems to do the best at capturing the crowd. Yeah, Nia Neely's one, Qualia Photog. There's so many in this area.
Yeah.
Not to do that. And speaking of pictures, there's a guy that's on a TV show we all love. He has a smile made for pictures, and it's Shorzy, and the new season comes out next month. Gents, let's get into what we really
May 23rd.
This month, yes. Let's get into what we're really here to talk about.
Or a hockey jersey. So fun fact.
I can hear my wife rolling her eyes 2 floors up right now. Like,
so I wore a hockey jersey, 1 for Shorzy, and 2, Bullet Club formed 11 years ago today. Fun fact ever.
The original one, right?
The original Bullet Club.
How many versions has there been since?
Too many. Fun fact about me. I have 1 wrestling tattoo.
You got a problem. Not that he doesn't even know what leg it's on. This is the best part.
And I got that after Adam Cole joined the Bullet Club, and after the House of Torture, I wanted to get it removed.
Who cares about the Bullet Club anniversary? First off, we'll get to Shorzy, but yesterday marked 16 years of the greatest promo in the history of professional wrestling, and it came from the company on that man's shirt right there. That's right. The Steiner Math promo is officially 16 years old. It had not its quinceañera, it's Sweet 16. There we are.
Fuck you.
That's a genius promo.
Like
it is incorrect in so many ways.
The math checks out. The maths. I don't understand.
He's not rambling. I've never heard him talking about it. Hey, Uncle Howdy, what's up? I'll see you up north this weekend. We'll talk about that in a minute. That's my buddy Craig up there up in the Great White North. It was 39 degrees up in Marquette today.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'll see you up there Saturday, bud. But I want to know, like, I don't even know the real story behind it. Did he do a lot of that on the fly, or did he, because that seems like a lot to memorize. Like he was just, but the math checks out. That's why it's so genius. It's like you follow it along, and every time you watch it, like you kind of play along. He's like, he's got to be making a mistake. Nope. The maths, and it's I love it.
They just did it because one of my favorite wrestling channels to watch is Wrestle Talk. And they've been having a debate for a few weeks of what is the greatest wrestling promo of all time. Is it the pipe bomb or is it Steiner Math? That's the two they're fighting over, because one person says the CM Punk one is the greatest promo of all time. There's no arguing that. And the other one said there has never been a promo that has defined a company like the Steiner Math promo. You think TNA promos, the first thing you think of is Steiner Math.
Yeah, I watch a lot of TNA, and
it's bad. It's real bad.
Their vignettes, like they're behind this, they're behind the scenes stuff, and it's funny.
They took advantage of shooting on an actual set.
Yeah.
When they were in Orlando and they were shooting the episodes there, they took so much advantage of actually shooting on a real set, and it was a great thing for them.
Also, this is a fun story. I was at a Deftones concert, and we were walking out of the Deftones concert to go to our car. And what do we see on the TV at the bar? One Jonathan Anthony Felixina Jr. on the TV talking as if he personally took out Osama bin Laden, as if he went there himself, killed him, and came back and beat Brock Lesnar.
I can remember where I was that day. Tango, where were you Where were you when that was announced?
What year was it?
2011.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When you hit a certain age, the years really start blending together. So 2011, that would have been shit. Where's Steiner? I need some math help here.
13 years ago.
13 years. Oh yeah, we just said no shit, right? 13 years ago. I was probably doing something at the nuke plant working. I don't know. Put a lot of hours in there, so
I know exactly where I was. I was sitting at Tony's house. Him and I were playing Portal 2.
Of course.
He's flicking through his phone because he was mad at me about whatever was going on. He's flicking through his phone. He looks at it and he goes, "Oh, hey, look at that." And then he says it, and all I hear faintly downstairs is his dad go, "We got him 6 years ago. I don't know why they're lying to you." And we're just like, I'm like, "Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it." Just went back to playing Portal 2. Oh, my goodness. But yes, 3 weeks away from Shorzy.
Yes, the
Fucking
no-show.
3 weeks.
The no-show, best name for a league earlier. The Northern Ontario Senior Hockey Organization.
Okay, who's your favorite character on Shorzy, not named Shorzy?
The gyms. Just the cops. I love how they all got their regular day jobs and stuff. I mean, the young kid, I can't remember his name. The coach,
Sanger.
The coach. What is it?
Sanger.
Yeah, he grew on me. That whole, his went from not really knowing what he's doing to having like the best freaking pregame pep power up speeches you could possibly,
went from getting a handy off the side of a boat.
Like that. Great. That is a real locker room. Like that's what a real locker room feels like.
All right, hold on, pause. Donald,
Don. Holy shit.
Pause this podcast right now.
Have you ever seen Donnie?
You ever seen 47 minutes in? We're 47 minutes in. Pause this podcast. Go watch Shorzy. It's 2 seasons at 6 episodes apiece.
You almost got to go. You got to see if you've seen Letterkenny, and you almost have to go back and start with Letterkenny.
You see, I'll die on the hill that Letterkenny sucked after season 7. After he found out his girl was cheating on him.
Oh yeah,
the show sucked.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely went too long, and
the finale did nothing. It did nothing for me.
There's going to be some Letterkenny elements in this season of Shorzy, is what I'm understanding.
Dude, I hope they bring Jonesy and Riley. I think I have their pop figures over there somewhere.
Stir. So his horn. It looks like a Pringles can.
Hulu, brother. You can watch all 11 seasons of Letterkenny and both seasons of Shorzy. Get all caught up. The best thing about Canadian television is each episode's a half hour, and each season is 6 episodes with a bonus 7th that got released a couple months after, mainly regarding a holiday.
Yeah, they have some holiday specials sprinkled in there and stuff.
The Valentine's Day one is
Valentine's Day is the best one.
It's my favorite one. That made Rold my favorite character on Letterkenny.
Shocking, because you are him.
I am. He follows me on Twitch. That's my low key flex. Is that actor who plays Rold is subscribed to me on Twitch.
You ever? That's something we need to do one day. Figure out like people that we know in the local wrestling community, and what character they most resemble from Letterkenny or Shorzy.
Oh, we can break that down right now.
Oh yeah,
we're doing it right now.
You've already thought about this? I haven't thought about this.
Oh yeah. No, first off, I just wanted to say that my favorite character from Shorzy is Ted Hitchcock, because if you say his last name really fast, it sounds like Ted Hitchcock. Oh yeah, no. This is easy by far, and this is in my personal opinion. Shorzy is 100% Adam.
I'm down with that.
He's a real genuine dude, and I think he's a really good guy. But man, can he shit talk?
Brutus Atwell is definitely Squirrely Dan. If you're watching Brutus, sorry, you're Squirrely Dan.
Well,
I don't know how to tell Alex Van Zant he's rolled.
I got one for Stuart.
Who?
Jarris.
Yeah, Jarris Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You have
I
Xander and Thomas are their two drug-headed friends that never speak.
So I have one for Sanger.
Okay.
Dean Hendricks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%. Because that's exactly, they like trajectory wise, it's the same way. You had two dudes who lost their confidence, like wholly lost their confidence, and now have just it in gobs and gobs. And I'm so proud of that dude for like finding that.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
The gyms are the Dub Club because Sam Beal's really the only one who speaks. You just have Ryan and KJ there going, yep.
But they always show up.
They always show up. They always show up.
Man.
Maximilian, I can't remember his name. The French dude in the
Frankie
show.
JJ Frankie?
No, not Frankie JJ Frankie, the rapper. The one that's always just shit talking.
Oh. I had a moment where I was thinking Canadians and rappers, and all I could think
Dolo.
Yeah. Thank you. Maximilian's Dolo.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Just a shit talking dude. Oh, Ethan, you're frozen.
No, we're good. I was waiting. I stopped talking.
Finally?
I know. Crazy, right? I'm trying to think of where we're sitting here as well.
I always said to Ethan, I was like, if a show ever needs someone to cut a Briar length promo, I think you're the only one who can rival him.
Yeah, the difference is my promo's not going to circle around 7 times. I'm going to keep going.
I think you two could fucking Iron Man match a promo. Just put you two in the ring for an hour and see who quits first.
We're going to call this the filibuster, brother.
We know how to book shit, man. Tango's the ref.
I'm trying to think here. So we have, it's the great thing is there's so many other characters that are on that show. Between you got Derry, you got Jimmy Dickskin, which I don't even know.
Okay, so hear me out. Cody Fleming is definitely McMurray.
Oh my God, I can read out the Barney Reader doesn't get there.
Cody Fleming after one joint is McMurray.
No, okay, that's it. See, there's a qualifier there. Because if you get him off topic, you're getting McMurray by it.
Cody Fleming when he stones, just like he definitely like no teeth are clenched, just like how's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Jeremiah is Gale.
Yeah.
He's Gaylor. 100%. I can't explain like what, like you just know, like if you know Goldmane, you just understand that whole thing.
I have to retract Xander and Thomas being the stoners. Thomas and Xander are Jonesy and Riley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
Behind the curtain, I know Thomas is like stone-faced when he's in the ring, but outside the curtain, that is one of the funniest motherfuckers I have ever met in my life.
It's okay, Don.
And it's unintentional every time. Okay, so here's the thing, Don. When you watch Letterkenny and Shoresy, you're going to circle back to this show like the last like 15, 20 minutes of this show, and it's going to be the funniest shit in the world to you.
So what are our expectations? We got 6 episodes here. Where do we think that this story is going? Because they'll never lose again.
They're going to lose again.
Over.
They're going to lose to Jonesy and Riley.
Oh, you think they're going to be on a different team?
Yeah. I think that the Letterkenny Shamrocks or whatever the fuck they are, and whatever, depending on the season,
are going to beat the Sudbury
Blueberry Bulldogs.
I think Jonesy and Riley are going to show up yoked out, like they've had time off from filming since Letterkenny ending to like get real buff, and they're going to come and they're going to hate fuck the shit out of the Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs.
I just don't see it. I just want them to come up and play on the Bulldogs. just for them to be like, that's what you look like.
What happens? Like JJ, Frankie JJ, and 10-inch cock, they all get taken off, and then they're just like, fuck, we need 2 defensemen.
No, you can't take Terry Ryan out of the show.
Well, here's the thing. His thing is about finding love. And at the end of season 2, he starts to really find some what is it? Some chemistry with the waitress at the restaurant.
He gets all the other guys to, break away from their stuff for the team.
Mm-hmm.
And then not a show based off the Trashers, actually, Donald. This is just a show based off of literally senior A whale shit hockey in Canada.
It's Canada. So if you like the shit like what is it, Trailer Park Boys?
Ooh, it's so different than Trailer Park Boys, though.
It is. It's different, but it's the same. Like it's the same kind of genre of TV show. Like it's just dumb, dry humor.
Well, because you got the dicks.
Yeah.
I need a dick.
There's so many layers that there's.
Oh, who makes the most sexual innuendos with? Would it be LaDon? Would LaDon be fucking
in character? Maybe out of character. No, the quietest person I've ever met. I can actually tell you. No. I want. It's Nick. Nick is that. Yeah. Nick is that because Nick is a silent killer when it comes to stuff like that. I go when I need a morale boost, I go around Nick Green because I know I'm gonna get I know there's gonna be a platonic hit on, and I'm like, all right, I feel better about myself today. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it.
Bro, I felt so sexy.
Gas your friends up 2024.
Tommy Vendetta, that dude in his Lego ejaculation. Am I having a stroke?
I feel like I know what this is from. I don't know. Holy shnikes. But the growth between how was your opinion here on the growth between with Shorzy? Like it's been insane. Him chasing after Laura is just I think the difference that we got from Shorzy and Letterkenny to Shorzy now, man, what a great story.
I just want to know what's gonna happen from that fucking the cliffhanger in the trailer of the slashing to the face.
A little high stick there, double minor, and a nice brawl on the ice
with the Yanks.
I wonder if that changes Shorzy. I wonder if he stops talking shit,
softens him.
What if this whole season his jaw is wired shut?
Don't you do that to me, because that's the best part is the chirps.
Yeah,
I know, but what if he can't chirp?
God, you're making me want to play hockey again.
Well, I got NHL 24 installed on the PS.
No, like physically play hockey again. You're making me want to go back.
You're too old, man.
No, I'm not.
You're
not
too old. Your gear you smell so bad after you wear your gear.
That's not a lie. That is not a lie.
Like for days, man. Like you need like a fucking Brillo pad in the shower for your gear.
What's NHL 24?
It's just the latest NHL game that comes out every year. That's like
I still get down with NHL like 94 on the Sega Genesis. So
if I had a Sega Genesis, I'd be rocking out probably 94.
2 button. You want one? I got 2 of them in the basement.
Yeah,
3 of them. 3 of them.
I got a TV
I've got
here
the emulators. I've got the all the old 8-bit, 16-bit emulator shit. So
ooh, Tango's got gaming. Ooh, let's dive into this gaming.
I got
here.
the wireless Sega controller, the wireless Super Nintendo controller, the wireless NES controller. And then the other one's too far to reach for my but yeah. Look at it.
Paired to my PC, this took forever.
That's one of the things they throw at the wallabies down under.
I think my kid's got an Xbox down here.
So what's your favorite classic game?
My favorite classic game?
Because like it's different, like we're different age groups. Like classic to us is gonna mean different shit.
Oh, Mike Tyson's Punch Out on the Nintendo.
Okay.
Like my thumbs got bloody playing that game.
See, my dad wasn't a Nintendo guy growing up. The second the Sega Genesis came out, he threw his Nintendo to the side. Like
that's not where I thought this conversation was going. I thought you were going to be like, yeah, see, my dad wasn't a Mike Tyson guy. He just liked to punch me instead.
That's factual.
Shout out to JD. You should have hit him a little harder.
JD, these hands. No, we had a Sega, and then when the PlayStation came out, my dad was a Sony guy, and then he saw WCW versus the World. He was just like, yes. And he got us that and Twisted Metal. And that, yeah. Twisted Metal is probably my favorite classic game. Twisted Metal 2 specifically.
See, to like encapsulate and to make you fully understand the time frame of when I was in the Navy and like on the aircraft carrier before we did our big 6-month deployment over to like the Persian Gulf and stuff. I'm talking like 3 days before we pulled out is when the PlayStation 2 came out.
Oh shit.
So that we had PlayStation 2 and about 3 games that were out for it. And we eventually people would mail it, get games mailed to us and stuff like that. But we had this long vent room. We called it the bowling alley because it was narrow, long and narrow. You had to climb over these pipes and stuff, but in the back there was this opening, and we had like 3 TVs set up in there, and probably we had every console from, I would say, from like the Atari 2600 all the way up to the PlayStation 2, which all that shit seems old as fuck right now. But back then, that was like, Nintendo 64. We had Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, GameCube. What was the other Sega Saturn?
Saturn.
Yeah, we had Saturn. We played football on. That was like had the best football game on at the time.
Ooh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
We were gone so long, like on deployment, that we had 30 people each pick an NFL team, like a drawing, and we played a full season every Sunday. We'd wait a week between games, talking and played, because that's how we were gone for 6 months. So it was like we played the whole NFL season like underway. And
did you go bye weeks?
I don't think there were bye weeks back then. It was only still a 16-week season. I'm that old.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm young as shit, apparently.
We did fantasy football, and it was all like we got the stats from the newspaper when it came out on Monday. And I feel like I'm talking like horse covered carriages and shit right now. It's like
back in my day.
Like, yeah,
Pepperidge Farm remembers Tango.
We played Pepperidge Farms remembers. I played fantasy football and then died of dysentery.
He's so old he remembered when Pluto was a planet.
Yeah, there were 9, right? It's not.
No, bro.
Oh, look at that. How timely. 2006.
76 years it was a planet.
That's a good run.
It's a good run.
Isn't it back to being a planet?
No.
I thought it was like I don't know.
I mean, much like the X-Files, I believe, the Pluto's still a planet.
You're just saying it's not a planet because it would make your shirt a lie, a shirt full of lies.
No, I would change this to never forgot. I'd tape an O here.
Don't forget again.
Yeah. Never forget again.
Never forget again.
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
Oh, holy cow. So there are you've got a tour coming up, essentially. Like the Tango Tour is the Great Lakes, essentially.
This weekend.
You want to run us down what's going on? What do you have happening this weekend? And we can talk about that.
Yeah, I can do that. I got a run of 7 shows in 9 days coming up starting tomorrow. So I almost have to pull out my calendar to make sure I don't get dates right. But yeah, tomorrow I'm driving up to a town called Pound, Wisconsin, which is north of Green Bay, somewhere between Green Bay and Iron Mountain. And for We Love Wrestling, it'll be my first time up there. My guy, that's you guys know Tommy Trainwreck.
Tommy Trainwreck, yep.
From Horror Slam stuff down here. Be his show up there. I'm asked him if I could be a part of one, and the dates finally work out, because then the next day, Saturday, is Marquette Mania. UPW, their biggest show of the year. Last year was huge. Oh yeah, you got the banner there. I mean, yeah. LAX, Gangrel, Joey Avalon, Headbangers, Samson, Fulton, Jimmy Hart, Ken Anderson. You got Rodriguez, Shockwave, Robot, Shark Boy. All kinds of good matches, intertwined in the talent they have up there at UPW. Last year's show was so much fun. You were talking about Fulton and the crazy shit he does. They had a lighting truss, like a big. They had a full 20-foot ring, full 20, like, TV size, 20 by 20 ring. And then they had like a lighting truss set that went around that and up probably a good 15 to 20 feet, well, 15 feet in the air. And that crazy sumbitch went to the top of it. And you can find the highlights online if you just look up Fulton Marquette Mania. And he did a freaking dive right off on the Peter Be Beautiful through a door. That was big highlight of that show. But yeah, they packed that Lakeview Arena, and looking to do the same thing tomorrow. And easily one of the most fun crowds that I got to be in front of. So I'm really looking forward to that show. And then come back. I work a couple 12-hour days. And then I'm sorry. I knew it. I'm coming back doing Chaos. Chaos has a taping at House of
Chaos
Truth.
Private. Yep, the private taping in house.
Yep, there will be Chaos 3, and there's some really good matches that are going to be on that one. So I'm going to come right back from Marquette, do that on Sunday, work Monday and Tuesday. IWR Ohio on Wednesday, IWR in Monroe on Thursday, and then I'm flying faster than you can click. You got an all-class banner, ACIW banner?
I don't have the ACIW banner. I know. I don't know. Is G Money in the chat? I feel like he's just bailed on us, and he hasn't shown up. You know what? I feel like this is necessary.
He's got a big show coming up, so he's
G Money. I'm like calling him out right now. Where are you at, Tango? Talking ACIW. I almost said Tango talking trash about Cash, and then I didn't.
Talking trash with our short-lived podcast thing we did.
It was a great name, though. Great name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We almost have to do it again just for the name.
Yeah, I think so. You got to renew the rights to it. Make sure you stay up on it.
Like
he was active 33 minutes ago. This is inexcusable.
But yeah, ACIW big show coming up in Waterford next Friday night.
Main event for that, I believe, is Hard to Kill Dylan Derringer is the champion, taking on challenger Adam F. and Wick.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Adam Shorzy Wick.
Yep.
So as will be able. Then they have a outside feature match with Hollywood, Haley J, and Ari Alexander. You got DBA and Caden in a tag team match against Dave Weston and Mr. One Night Only JP Ono. And it's a tag match where the Monroe family dynasty title can change places. Got I want to say there's a tag match with now you're putting me on the spot. I don't know the whole card up and down. There's gonna be a battle royal for the green battle royal. Some green kids gonna get a chance at winning a future title shot.
And I got told I'm not green. Which fine, that's fine. But the room is green, therefore I am green. I am glowing.
I'm down with that.
I tried.
So that's going to be interesting.
So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great thing. The venue is really cool too. I thought they did a good job setting it up. It feels intimate, but man, do they pack it. Man, there was a ton of people there. I was not there at the last show, but the first show that they did was just the crowd was insane. Yeah. There's also a lucha match on this, like a lucha showcase type thing.
Yeah, lucha showcase. Yep. Some local talent and some guys coming up from Chicago and other places will be featured on the card.
Long story short, May 10th, Waterford, Michigan, ACIW, Money Talks 2. Do not miss it. Do not miss probably your only chance, or one of your only chances to catch Ari Alexander and Hollywood Haley J outside of OVW, along with all of your favorite Michigan talent that will be on that show.
That's correct. Thanks. And then that Saturday I'll be down in Ohio for Live Pro Wrestling LPW action down there for the first time.
That is that's Kenny Urban's territory, isn't it? With Goose.
That is correct. Yep.
That is something. If you guys don't know who Goose is, why are you watching my show?
And then Sunday's Mother's Day, and if I would to do a show on Mother's Day, I'd be dead. So that's why I'm not doing 8 and 10. I'm doing 7 and 9, and I'm living to fight another day.
I think, you know what, honestly, it's acceptable. I think so. I think that is a fantastic thing.
I didn't purposely try to get myself. It just everything kind of fell into place for like that whole week and stuff. And it's to be honest, it's a little busy for me, but then again, it's part of the fun of it too, right? So.
I mean, you have that. There's a big show, right? So the UPW Marquette Mania 2. It's a really cool thing to be a part of. There's a lot of networking to be done with that, but also you get to be in the same building, the same ring, be on the same show as a lot of these guys and help make this thing happen. And I've seen the pictures of those crowds. It is phenomenal how well they put that building together and how well they do that show. I can totally understand why you don't want to give that up, why you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, and big thank you to Peter for all that, because he brought me in. My first experience with the UPW was going up there for the Earl Hebner seminar they had, and it was pretty cool because he gave guys that came up for the seminar, he either put them in a battle royal or gave them a match on his show that he had that night. So I got a match with Heather and Hannah, and then I got invited back up there. And then it went well. And then so I got invited to go be part of that first Marquette Mania. And I said, yeah, if there's any chance I can do this again, I want to do it again. So I went back up there, did a couple more shows. And he's got his people too. And he's got really good refs up there. And I'm very, very thankful that he brings me up there to do that, because he doesn't have to at all. He's got everybody he needs up there. So for him to let me still be a part of that, and kind of being an out of towner on that, it means a lot to me, and it's a lot of fun. So something I hopefully get to keep doing for the next couple of years here.
Awesome. Well, Tango, listen, I'm so happy that you've been on the show with us tonight. I know PK's got to run. He's got some stuff he's got to do. We'd love to have you back at any time, especially after this run of shows when you get a little wiped out. I know you're going to be on the road tomorrow. And so once again, Tango, thank you so much for being on. Can't thank you enough for what you do for the community. Can't thank you enough for what you do for us, the support that you show us.
That part.
It's absolutely fantastic. And I mean that in a way of not just us, but us as the support staff for the community as well. I know that the refs are kind of part of that, but there's a recent quote from Kenny Omega. I'm not going to repeat it, but go look it up. He talks about how
you're so long-winded, man. You can say a lot with saying nothing.
No, listen.
And one time Kenny Omega said on this one page I read.
No, he just talks about how if you have a 5-star match, it's not just you. It's the ring, it's the crowd, it's the referee in there as well. It's not just the two competitors.
There's a lot of moving parts, and I know you're trying to cut this short, but yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and like going back to IWR, and then being like a show that's very structured, very professional, very organized. It just, everybody's appreciated. Everybody has their role, and it pulls off, and those shows come out like clockwork every time. And I'm in a good position where I get to kind of be the conduit between the talent and the support. I'm in that middle role, right? So it's Tango TNA. I'm just looking at sorry, but yeah, I'm in a very good position, and I'm very fortunate to be doing what I'm doing, and I know I have a very short window to do it in. I got started really late, and I just want to be able to give back and just make everybody feel welcome that as much as possible, and have a lot of fun doing it. If I don't have fun somewhere, if I stop having fun, then I'm done. So,
how I feel.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, hey, look there. Just got done with wrestling practice. Oh, look at that. He's churching himself up for it. G Money, we will be back. We will do a second round. Clint needs to get out of here.
Yeah,
we usually run up about this time. So guys, for all of us here, this has been On a Forklift. Tango, thank you so much. PK, thank you for popping down there for this. We're going to take off. As always, we love you, Judy. I do have one thing that I'm going to end this show on. I'm going to talk to my friend about it. PK, you can take off if you want. We have a friend of the show asked us to play this on here, or really I asked him if it was cool if I played it on here. Phil from Wrestling Revolver, they are looking for talent. So if you're local talent and you're watching this and you want an opportunity to get on a really cool show, please watch this video, submit a promo, listen to the guy. There's a really cool opportunity coming up in a couple of weeks in May. But for the rest of us, thank you guys. I'm going to hit this and we're going to get out of here.
Thank you, guys.
King of Sports Wrestling Alliance presents John Bullard Promotions Saturday morning Raffle Masters.
That was not it.
That was not it.
That is not it.
Why file doing down here then?
No, I was trying to share my screen.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Wrestling Revolver, this is your Executive Vice President, Phil Stamper, with an exciting new contest for 2 new wrestlers to have an opportunity to compete on Friday, May 17th. You see, Wrestling Revolver is hit up daily by wrestlers from around the world looking for an opportunity. So we're going to give that opportunity to wrestlers everywhere to put up or shut up. Shoot your shot, film a promo, keeping it under a minute, letting us know why you should be selected to be in action on Friday, May 17th at Another Friday in Dayton, Ohio. Make sure you follow and tag Revolver on social media and use the hashtag RevolverPutUp. And fans, after the match, we want your feedback as well. How did they do? Do you want to see more? And why should they come back? I can't wait to see who's going to try to put up or shut up and for that opportunity to compete on Friday, May 17th at Another Friday. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms at PW Revolver and that you check out ProWrestlingRevolver.com for all the latest news about all.
Was that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you
It's
again,
just that.
Tango.
Thank
Go
you.
and do that. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We appreciate you so much.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yep. See you later.